Hello, welcome to the House of the Spirit. Welcome home. This is a reading for Capricorn for the month of October. And this is a very interesting reading because it's kind of like a cycle. It's a whole loop. And at the same time, it's kind of giving you a way out, let's say. So we are starting with the Great Mystery, number 37. Original source or origin, the origin of knowledge, of energy, of your inspiration, going to the source material. And to me, this is connected with the final card here, which is the ancestor. It can be the Hierophant, but it's not exactly the same. And the ancestor is the start of a new cycle, is the beginning, is the calling for this new beginning. And to me, this is the main theme of the reading, is to listen to some sort of calling. It might even be a sound, a specific sound that might trigger this. Maybe it will trigger some memories, like really ancestral memories, or maybe childhood memories with the drum here. But what's underlying this situation is the fact that you are leaving behind something that was making you very sad, or leaving behind something is making you sad. And this is the month where you will start to process this feeling more deeply. There's a profound sense of longing and at the same time saying goodbye to something. But as it is painful, so it's not something that you would want to keep in your life anyway. But at the same time, you kind of miss the pain in a sense. And to me, this whole pain and joy dynamic is demonstrated here in the center of the reading with the Six of Stones, exploitation, and the Ten of Cups. It's very different energies. It's not exactly opposing energies, but almost. So the Six of Pentacles usually is a card it's a bit different in this specific tarot deck. Exploitation to me is very similar to the feeling of the Five of Discs or Pentacles that is reinforced here in the end of the reading. And I feel like there's this feeling of letting go of something that you like, but at the same time, you are liking, it's hard to explain because there's this dynamic between pain and pleasure here that I feel that is maybe you're shifting the way you understand pain and pleasure, and maybe you are expanding your horizons and understanding that something that was very painful for you now brings you so much joy, and the reverse might be also true. So something that was bringing you a lot of joy, suddenly it doesn't anymore. It just makes you feel like you're lacking. And maybe it was even something that you aimed for. You wanted that thing. You wanted that thing for yourself. But you were aiming at that. It was an objective. And you did that out of your faith and your hope that everything would be okay. But when you get there, you have this sense of loss, but at the same time, you are happy and fulfilled. So it's very contradictory to me. So I feel like there's a release. There's some sort of liberation here from something that was, it was supposed to bring you a lot of pleasure, and it was supposed to bring you this sense of completion, but it didn't. But at the same time, the fact that you achieved that step was itself a completion. So it's like the understanding of what something makes you feel like is the complete cycle. That's the end of the cycle. And I think that you will, this part of the reading to me has two different layers. So on the one hand, you'll be happy to release things because you have the joy with the Three of Cups, and then you have the Tower. So it's like a surprise that you are feeling this good. But at the same time, I think that you might be also maybe getting help from unexpected places or unexpected groups of people or persons. And with the Five of Pentacles from two different decks and lying just beside one another, to me, this is indicating that there's this transformation in your paradigm, the life, the way that you frame your life, what is the loss and what is the gain, is going to change so much, because it's like you are losing so much that you are starting again, and that restart opens a new chapter in your life where there's a deeper connection to self. There's a deeper connection to wisdom. Maybe there's a specific wisdom that you are going to adapt to your life or to practice in your life. And this might be also why you are letting go of so much. But it's like this is the opportunity to start something completely new with a fresh energy, with an original energy, with space, and with that. It's an energy that allows for the mystery. It allows for the source of energy, the source of vitality to flood you again and inspire you in a way that it couldn't if you were too full, let's say, if you were too filled with stuff, or with, if you were busy with the stuff that you thought was satisfying for you. Okay, so that's interesting. So maybe I think that this month you will feel like you are more to the point, and you are aiming, and you are unexpectedly on target in a twisted way, or in a way that it surprises you, and you will end up exactly where you wanted to be in that connection. And it's I also think that this month, with the main person here and leaving behind this gloomy thoughts, number 33 and number 2. It's very interesting. The 33 is a very powerful number, is a master number. It's a number of mastery and spiritual transformation, but also spiritual achievement. And it's exactly this feeling of the Hierophant and of the ancestor. There's this feeling of being the main person in this story. So being more yourself, being more in touch with who you really are. So maybe for some of you, you are building your own business, for example. If it's more, if you can apply, and you should apply this in a more practical, down-to-earth way, it would be like not believing in everything that put you down and that allowed you to feel like you have failed constantly. Finding joy in unexpected things. So like finding joy doing things that you thought you would hate doing. and discovering aspects of your character and your persona that allow you to start over in a way that is truer, that is more authentic, that is certainly a step up, because the ancestor Hierophant is an authority figure. There's this dynamic of stepping into a place, into a sort of a throne, into a place where you are given the wisdom, you are given access to secret knowledge, or to gnosis, to the knowledge of God, to the knowledge of the divine. And this might also mean that you are now a teacher, that you are now the one that leads others. And that puts you directly in connection to source, to the source of wisdom, the source of knowledge. I want to clarify. So let's see what you were aiming at. Okay, this card, just 2 cards. Wow. Very powerful. Wow. It's like, it's so clear, the message, that I'm overwhelmed. So this is the Fool card, and it's the Dancing Shiva. It's called the Wild card. And it is the perfection, the mastery of self. And it's also starting something completely new, starting fresh, with a completely fresh perspective. It's like coming out of meditation with the clearest, sharpest mind, like the cleanest water spring, freshest water spring that you can imagine. And it's like being on top of the Everest, right? The air is so thin but very pure. So it's the purest expression of being. And this is the Dancing Shiva, the deity of the yogis and meditators. So, and then you have, so to clarify what you were aiming at, you were aiming at Dancing Shiva and the Hierophant. And so the Hierophant again, twice. So this is a lot of responsibility, and maybe this is also why you feel like you are letting go of something. And it's like, it's very joyful, but at the same time it's kind of earth shattering. It's something that makes you feel like you have no, maybe it's like the usual things that would comfort you are not comforting anymore. You're feeling very uncomfortable. I feel like this is very uncomfortable, but at the same time, it's the endurance. I feel like you are proving yourself through this. This is the necessary challenge, the necessary test, so that you can prove that you are worthy of this purity, of this energy that is so crystal clear, and this divine access to knowledge. The Ace of Wands, the Chariot again. So it's like, it's what you wanted from the start. This is what you wanted, even if it's uncomfortable. This is exactly what you wanted. And the final card is the Ten of Pentacles. So yeah, I also feel like, because he's lying down and sleeping, actually it's representing the leaving, the life leaving the body of Buddha. It's the departure of the body. So it's going into another stage of your spiritual path, let's say. But to me, this is also the resting phase. So you will, I feel like this month you will feel like you have achieved, like you can rest, but at the same time, you will go through some uncomfortable processes in order to feel like this, but it's going to feel amazing. And I really feel like with the Ace of Wands here and the Tower, you are going to feel a lot of joy and happiness, but it's just going to come in very unexpected and unconventional ways. And I also think that you're going to build bridges, because this Ace of Wands is about the bridge that was built. And I feel like maybe this is the connection to others that is going to be, because with the Three of Cups here, there's this joyful sharing and friendship, happy meeting. So I feel like you're going to find like-minded people, or people who are going to help you achieve your objectives in a very unexpected way. It's going to surprise you. There's no way you can predict this, or this is very, very unconventional for you. It's very out of character. Maybe you're doing something that you're not usually used to doing, and then you'll meet these people because you're usually not there at that time or at that specific place, or you don't use that route to go, to work or to school or whatever, or home. There's something unexpected here. And I feel like these people are going to make you feel a little bit like the center of attention with the main person here. And you're going to have to process a lot of insecurities and negativity in order to fill in that position. That's actually what you want from the start. I feel like you really want this responsibility and this deep connection, but it's just something that you have to shed some parts of yourself in order to really allow that, let's see, that role to fit you. But I feel like it's I feel like it's the perfect fit, but in a way that's very unexpected and it's very strange for you. But you have so much repetition here, and there's this mirror effect here in this reading. So it's like wishing for something to happen, and then that thing also desires you and connects with you in unconventional, strange ways. But it's exactly the same thing, because you have the Hierophant from one deck, from the Sacred India deck, and then you have the Chariot from the Wildwood, and then you have the Chariot in the end from the Sacred India, and the Hierophant from the other. So there's this mirroring effect here, and the way they join, the way they meet in the middle is very strange. With the Tower, and there's this feeling of, oh no, I'm going to fail, or oh no, I don't have this, I don't have what it takes, or I have no access to something. And then suddenly somebody comes and gives you that thing that you thought it was going to be hard to achieve, or it was going to take a long time, and then you just receive it on a silver platter. And then you're like, oh my God, do I have what it takes? Am I able to do this? Maybe this is too uncomfortable. This is too much for me. I don't think I can. I think you're going to have to prove to yourself, maybe working with yourself, but also in the process of doing whatever this is, you are going to have to feel like you are kind of awkward, there's this lack that you have to face, this endurance, there's this persistence that you have to be very strong and kind of stoic here. But also consider, what exactly are you lacking? What is missing exactly? Because maybe it's It's just, you just have to continue here with the Chariot. You just have to put things in motion continuously in order for that process to kind of unlock itself. And then you get to rest. You get to rest in, you have the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Discs, so you get to rest in the end. You get to celebrate your achievements this month. It's a very dynamic month. I feel like it's going to be a bit of a roller coaster, but it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be something that you will thoroughly enjoy and feel really connected to your spiritual path, because the Hierophant, I mean, this is truly connection to the divine and to spirit. So beautiful reading. Thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed the reading, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And like and share the video if it resonated with you. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye.